Don't miss this limited time offer. Call 385-GET-HEAT for your free estimate. Gillette Services. Comfort now, pay later.
Finals. The most fear-inducing word in a college student's vocabulary. And as finals approach, a little extra help can make a huge difference. So from now through May, ChatGPT Plus is free for students. With everything from quizzing you using your class notes to giving you ideas on how to land a summer internship, ChatGPT's got you. Maybe you're a visual learner and you need ChatGPT to describe Keynesian economics for you with charts and graphs and pictures. Or you just really need a meal plan you can follow for now, and then a workout plan you can follow after finals. ChatGPT's got you there too. If you can think of a problem, ChatGPT can help you solve it. If you have a situation where you need a little guidance, ChatGPT can help you find the way. And from now through May, ChatGPT Plus is free for college students. That means you have no limits on how many amazing ways you can ask ChatGPT to help you. ChatGPT Plus, free for college students through May. Restrictions apply.
You're free now. Free to fill your feed with impossibly chunky chunkers who chunk harder than you ever thought possible.
Cats, corgis, babies, baby penguins, baby pandas, chunky baby pandas.
Free to make your smart devices do silly things. Free to open a world of remote work and a portal into Gametopia.
Who's boss now?
Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service in select locations only.
Welcome to the iHeartRadio and Coast to Coast AM Paranormal Podcast Network. Now get ready for Strange Things with Joshua P. Wolf.
Thoughts and opinions expressed by the host are their thoughts and opinions only and do not reflect those of iHeartMedia, iHeartRadio, Coast to Coast AM, employees of Premier Networks, or their sponsors and associates. We would like to encourage you to do your own research and discover the subject matter for yourself.
Get ready to be amazed by the wizard of weird. This is Strange Things with Joshua P. One.
I am Joshua P. Warren, and each week on this show, I'll be bringing you brand new unloaded content, news, exercises, and experiments you can do at home, and a lot more. On this edition of the show, listen, Earth's heartbeat, Schumann resonances. You may recall that on October 13th of 2021, the actor William Shatner, most famous for playing Captain Kirk on Star Trek, flew into outer space at the age of 90. I think he at that time was the oldest person to do that, but some other folks have gone since then. When he returned to Earth, William Shatner was awestruck, and he said, "When I looked into space, there was no mystery, no majestic awe to behold. All I saw was death." And that's funny, because you wouldn't expect someone to say that, but I understand, I think, exactly what he's saying. And you might also, if you are a person with a big imagination. What I mean is that one time I had this experience. I don't know if this was just an extremely vivid dream or if it was a true out-of-body experience. Sometimes it's impossible for me to tell the difference, but I know I was sleeping, and then all of a sudden I realized I was out of my body. I was hovering. This has happened to me more than once, and I've always been a big fan of Superman, so I went flying, and it's a very strange feeling. It's not effortless. It takes a little effort. But I went flying, passed through the house, went up in the sky, looked down upon my neighborhood, flew around the community, was a lot of fun. And at a certain point, I turned directly upward and looked at the sky, and I just started flying straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. At a certain point, I stopped and I looked down, and I was stunned because I saw the Earth as a big blue ball. I didn't realize I'd gone that far. And then I looked around me, and all I saw was that absolute black void of space. And I've never felt so alone. It was terrifying. It was a terrifying feeling being out there all by myself. And so I panicked and snapped back into my body. Again, was that a real experience or my imagination? It doesn't matter really, because it allowed me to understand what I think that William Shatner was talking about. That when you're out there in space, I mean, it's dead space, and you look down at Earth, and Earth is, compared to space, this warm, beautiful, radiant, living thing. And it's very, very easy for all of us to forget that right now you are on a rock that is swirling constantly through the darkness of outer space.
No, we're not.
That's happening to you right now. And if you always keep that in mind, it might help you make decisions about what's important in life and how you live your life. But if you take that point of view and you think about what I just said, that the Earth, it operates like a big living being. And, I used to have, I had a friend who used to say, we humans on the Earth are like fleas on a dog. And one day that dog is just going to shake us all off.
Give me 1 second.
And, the Earth breathes. It has all the
Oh man, that sun.
with its own heartbeat, even. Without getting too technical, at any given moment, there are about 2,000 thunderstorms all around the globe. So scientists say that every second, there are at least 50 lightning bolts striking the Earth. And basically what they're doing is they're playing the Earth like a big drum. Boom, 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 boom. It almost reminds me of how that, if you look at a brain, you have the synapses, and they're the flashes of electricity that are passing from one cell to the other. And that's sort of what's happening around the Earth. The Earth is kind of like a giant brain. And so when all these lightning bolts are hitting the Earth, and they're pounding the Earth, they produce a beat. And the thing is, it's not 100% consistent. It's a little bit erratic. But the frequency
Give me 1 second. I'm muted for a second.
these different kind of outstanding resonances that we can now measure around the Earth. But there is one that seems to be sort of, well, they call it the fundamental one. There's one that just stands out, and I don't know if you can consider this an average. Mathematically, I'm not an expert in this field, but there is one Schumann resonance that is considered like the fundamental one, and that is 7.83 hertz. Now, just to give you a reminder, if you don't remember what a hertz is, basically, a hertz is however many beats you get within 1 second. So, within 1 second, if I clap my hands 3 times, that's 3 hertz. And, of course, we have radio signals that you get millions of pulses per second, and that's just unimaginable. But apparently, if you look at the Earth as a whole, that every second there is this collective resonance, this collective beat that happens at about 7.83 hertz. And that's easy to measure everywhere. You and I live within this field. You were born within this field at 7.83 hertz. You're in it right now. You will live your life in it and you'll die in it.
I wonder what that is.
And the question becomes, is there something about this frequency, 7.83 hertz, this fundamental Schumann resonance, that is mystical when it comes to producing life energy itself? Because I've read for years that there are people who say that, okay, if Earth is this beacon of life, and Earth is producing, is emanated by, I guess, if Earth is producing and emanates this frequency of 7.83 fundamental hertz, is that key to the life force, the bioenergy, the thing that we're all trying to tap into, talk about all the time, the key, the prana, the orgon? Is there a connection there between that frequency? Because right now, even though you may be bathing in this invisible pulse of 7.83 hertz, it's very weak because it's dispersed all around this giant globe. So what happens if you take some speaker or something similar and you play that 7.83 hertz close to you so that you get it more strongly? Is that going to be beneficial? Is this going to help you? Is this going to give you some bioenergy boost? Well, I decided to experiment with this because people have been saying for years, if you do this, if you subject yourself to the Schumann resonance of 7.83 hertz, it's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you healthier. It's going to give you energy and clarity and all these things. So when we come back from this break, I'm going to tell you about the experiment that I'm going to tell you how you can do it. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. And I even have kind of a version of the Schumann resonance of 7.83 that I'm going to play for you that may or may not come through on some of your speakers. This is a fascinating topic, and it might even be life-changing, especially after you hear what's been happening to me. This is a free podcast, and if you enjoy it, support it. Go to joshuapwarren.com, click the link to the Curiosity Shop, and remember, I have a limited amount of time here. I can't talk about everything I want. So sometimes I only tell you about special surprises if you subscribe to my free and spam-free e-newsletter. And if you go to my website, joshuapwarren.com, there's no period after the P when you type that in. You'll find on the homepage where you can put your email address in there, hit submit, Takes you 2 seconds. You'll instantly get an automated email from me with some free online goodies. I hope you'll do that right now if you haven't already. I am Joshua P. Warren, and you're listening to Strange Things on the iHeartRadio and Coast to Coast AM Paranormal Podcast Network. And I will be right back.
Right back. Here's nursing home.
It's the early days of COVID, April 2020. A woman in a small town in Oklahoma makes a strange post to Facebook and then disappears.
I'm on day 9 of this virus, and I'm pretty sure it has reached my lungs. I made the decision at the onset that if it got bad enough, I would not go to the hospital.
Fantasy dreams of being a detective, but the
All they uncover is beyond their wildest imagination.
How did this happen?
Listen to What Happened to Tony Nazar on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh, look at those pretty roses.
A Fly You Home monthly membership payment plan is an easy way to take control of your care. As a member, if you're ever hospitalized while away from home, we'll transport you at no charge back to a hospital of your choice, close to family, friends, and your own doctor. You can become a member today for just $14.99 per month, $12.99 a month if you're adding to an existing Air Medcare Network membership. Find out more.
made
Visit aircarenetwork.com/flyuhome. Lot.
Alright, this is where I say bye-bye. See you later. Bye. See you guys later to the next time. Maybe tonight.